Hello and welcome to R.S.N, the story of Fallout 3. Now, for those of you who aren't new to the R.S.N series, it's basically stands for Reboot, Sequel or Nothing, where we take a look at classic games from gaming's past and consider whether they should get a reboot, a sequel, or just let sleeping dogs lie and leave it where it is. Well, today's one is a bit special, because I'm going to talk about the story of Fallout 3. Now, why now? Well, it's simple. With E3 around the corner, people have been waiting almost 7 years since the release of Fallout 3 for a new Fallout game to be released. If you played Fallout 2, then you probably know the pain of waiting. But I digress, so let's start. In 1997, a video game was released that changed the face of the post-apocalyptic RPGs forever. That game was Fallout. From the mind of Brian Fargo and Tim Kaine came Fallout, the post-nuclear role-playing game. Fallout was considered the spiritual successor of 1988's Wasteland.
Ah, you're here. Good. We've got a problem. A big one. The controller chip for our water purification system has given up the ghost. Can't make another one, and the process is too complicated for a workaround system. Simply put, we're running out of drinking water. No water, no vault. This is crucial to our survival. And frankly, I think you're the only hope we have. You need to go find us another controller chip. We estimate we have 4 to 5 months before the vault runs out of water. We need that chip. We marked your map with the location of another vault. Not a bad place to start, I think. Look, just be safe, okay?
You're a lone survivor from Vault 13, tasked to find and replace the water chip from your vault. You only have 150 days left to do this as the vault's water supply is running out. A year later in 1998, Fallout 2 was released. The game takes place 80 years after events of Fallout and tells the story of the original hero's descendant and his or her quest to save the tribe from starvation by finding an ancient environmental restoration machine known as the Garden of Eden Creation Kit, or simply known as the GEC.
Come in, Chosen One. There are things you must know. The village is dying. The signs are everywhere. Withering crops. Dying Brahmin. Sick children. There is hope, however. A slim hope that few know of. The old discs speak of an item called the Garden of Eden Creation Kit. It is said it can bring life to the wasteland. This will be your quest, if you prove yourself worthy. For that proof, you must first journey to the Temple of Trials. If you survive, come back to me. We will talk more. Our life is in your hands, Chosen One. Prove yourself. Find the Gek. Be our salvation.
Now, before we start with the story of Fallout 3, I just quickly want to mention one of my favorite things from Fallout 1 and 2 I never knew about until a few years ago when I read a Let's Play of Fallout 2. If your intelligence is low enough, you'll be able to play the game as a simpleton with unique dialogue and audio reactions from NPCs in the world.
Greetings. Your business in Shady Sands might be... You may enter, but stay out of trouble.
I am proud of you, Chosen. You have overcome much. Now, you must go find Vault 13. Vault 13. Bring the Gek home. Gek. Here is a shiny bottle. Vic gave us this. Vic. He is a trader in Klamath. Klamath. Go to Vic. Find Vault 13. Find Gek. Come home. Do your best, child. Find Vic in Klamath. You not find Vault. Find Vault. Vault 13. Find Vic in Klamath.
And now, the story of Fallout 3 and what could be called the big wait. After the release of Fallout 2, the hype for the next version of the game was high, and with a quick turnaround for the sequel to Fallout being a year, it was hoped that Fallout 3 would get released soon. Fallout 3, or Van Buren, was originally going to be using the engine created for Baldur's Gate 3, more commonly referred to as the Jefferson engine. It was originally planned that the game would have both turn-based combat such as Fallout 1 and 2, and a real-time combat engine such as Fallout Tactics. Unfortunately, the game was never finished and was officially cancelled in 2003. With Interplay, the long-standing publisher of the series, laying off the entire Black Isle studio staff in 2003 who was working on the game at that time. At the time of the laying off of the staff at Black Isle, their version of Fallout 3 had all areas except for one designed, about 75% of the dialogue was done, and at least 50% of the maps. In 2007, facing bankruptcy again, Interplay was forced to alter their licensing agreement with Bethesda Software and sold the Fallout IP to Bethesda Softworks in 2007. Since December 31, 2013, Bethesda took over the rights for Fallout Online and the original Fallout games. On the 3rd of May 2007, a tech demo of the now cancelled Fallout 3, also known as Van Buren, was leaked to the internet. It really hurts me to say this, but I don't really like the demo of Van Buren. It felt like Fallout, but something was missing. Okay, obviously the game is a slice to be built and be demoed, and it's not the full game, but I don't know, it just really hasn't aged that well as the original sprite-based animations from the original games. And so, 9 years since the last release of Fallout 2, most of us have given up on hope of ever seeing a proper sequel to the game we knew and loved. Then, on the 5th of June, Bethesda released a teaser trailer for Fallout 3, citing a release for fall 2008. And so, 10 years since the release of Fallout 2, we finally had our Fallout 3. It might have been vastly different in playing style since the original Fallout games, but the change to the first-person RPG shooter seems to fit the world of Fallout. In October 2010, we had a new Fallout game released known as Fallout New Vegas. For some, this is the best 3D version of the Fallout games, and for me personally, this is the one I tend to go back to the most.
When the warning sirens came on.
The story of Fallout New Vegas has some elements from the cancelled Van Buren story, including Caesar's Legion and the war between the NCR and the Brotherhood of Steel. And so, with the last Fallout game being released at the time of this recording almost 5 years ago, and Fallout 3 being released 7 years ago, I know the pain of many of you are feeling right now with the hoaxes of Fallout 4 floating around and hoping that Bethesda announces Fallout 4 at this year's E3. And so, with this video nearing its end, let us all remember that waiting never changes. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time on the next R.S.N. Bye bye.